Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. I guess you guys could check out what I did a fucking fairy tale chapter review. That's not gonna be like a big thing. It's just like if I read a chapter of fairy tale and I see it's really great, I'll review it. But it has to be great. It has to be like that chapter. If it's not, then I'm not reviewing it. So that's pretty much the MO on that. Okay, so a few more things on the bill. We have this, which is Kenichi, JoJo, Captain Earth, Dragonar, usual, and I believe One Piece. But let's get into this Kenichi. This chapter, wow. This was a pretty crazy chapter. The ending, to me, it's out there. It's like what it's suggesting for next week. It just blows my mind. It just blows my mind. Also in this chapter, it seems like we find out to a certain degree, at least from what I'm seeing. We get a look into Satomi and his mentality towards martial arts. His mentality towards martial arts. And his mentality towards martial arts, it's more of a, it changed his way. It changed his fate kind of thing. And he tells Kenichi, you're using it as a tool. And, alright, he's using it as a tool. But here's the thing. You're helping to destroy the world. Just putting it out there. But in the very beginning of this chapter, we don't get Satomi or Kenichi. We get two masters. And the name of this chapter was called Martial Arts Battle. Kenichi, Strong Survival Kenichi, chapter 570. And it says this is the core of the match with Miyu. And we got this ship blowing up. And we have Carlo and Castor. Carlo, I believe, is the master of the one with the mask. His disciple is the girl with the mask, the blonde chick with the mask. Yeah, that's who Carlo is. I believe that's Carlo. I might be getting confused. Because Castor sounds like it's the other guy. And basically he's saying it sank right away. Yeah, it's like they scuttled their own boat. With this, the port's completely closed off. And basically what's going on here is like all the masters are pretty much jumping ship. Essentially. Like all of them. Like the only ones who are still is probably Kusanada, obviously Saiga, and the masters for the weapons team. It seems like they are the only ones who are, they're the only ones that are gung-hoing the sunset plan. And basically Carlo and Castor are basically talking to each other. So skilled masters of your shooting team. And we have him, this is definitely, this guy right here is basically saying, this guy is the master, I believe it's Carlo. Because he's got a mask on and everything. And he's basically broadcasting. He says, I'm doing it because I'd like to stand out. You are okay with this? Guy Doradono. And he's like, I trust my disciples' information. If there is no beauty in this sunset, then it must be destroyed. And it's just this epic phase. He just destroyed shit. I was like, yo, awesome. And then we go into Kenichi. Now, well, they're in this packed room. It's Kenichi, and then you got Miyu on the top page, off the top of the page. Miyu's fighting two shinobi. Those shinobi bitches. And he's fighting Satomi. Now, Satomi, this is the way I look at Satomi. Like, He's fighting Kenichi. His master, one of his masters told him to show him the way. One of them told him to kill him. Now, if his master, Satomi's, is Hongo, which I think it might be, because Hongo seems like he, you'll see later on, is on the side of, he's against Saiga, sort of. And basically here we have them fighting, you know, the different moves on page 4. It was pretty interesting fight. You know, back and forth punches going on between Satomi and Kenichi. And Kenichi notices that the shape of his fingers is similar to Haikyo Kyuin, which is the as the loud motorcycle goes past, similar to Kensei's move. And, you know, Miyu's having her troubles. You know, her attacks are getting more and more fierce. And she's, like, saying to Kenichi-san, I can't help you. Be careful. You too, Miyu-san. And basically, Kenichi then brings out the move that he uses. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, the move that he did against Odin during Ragnarok. You know, when he goes like this and just creates this 360, I guess you call it 360 degree sphere thing against Satomi. And he's using that, and Satomi starts small talking. Like, see, what was stupid about it, I'm like, what is he doing there? He's like, do you like that girl? Like, did you start martial arts because of that girl? He's like, that's the source of your strength. And then Kenichi says, I fight to protect the ones important to me and to carry out my beliefs. Then he says, that's why you'll lose. And here's the thing about Satomi. If you're doing martial arts because of martial arts, and you're on the side of Yomi, then you're doing it to kill people. I'm sorry. If because supposedly martial arts helped change his fate because he had an illness and everything and so on and so forth. And I'm like, yeah, but you're trying to destroy the world. Kenichi's trying to protect his friends. So how is it that Kenichi's way is wrong? I question that. I question Satomi's motives here. Like, he's doing it for martial arts. If you're doing it for martial arts, and because of this, you're, you know, hey, listen, I just think he's telling him that's why you'll lose, and he's basically saying I'd be ready to throw away a woman or my own life for the sake of martial arts, and he basically goes on this little thing where he says, in the past my body was weak. I was told I wouldn't live up to 20 years old. And he said he had a serious illness, but one day I thought I would die either way. Then I met just one of the martial arts I loved. That's when I met Senzu-sama. Now, you see a dark outline of the guy. I don't know if it's Congo. It might be. It might be Hongo. Because the thing is, towards the end of the chapter, we see Hongo in a certain situation, which I approve. You know, and so on and so forth. And like he's saying he would be willing. I think it was more to the lines. Satomi was saying, "I'll be willing to throw anything away for martial arts." I don't think it's more like, you know, bloodthirsty kind of thing. I think he's doing it for martial arts specifically, for why he's, you know, learned martial arts. And saying that how, you know, after endless training, a miracle occurred within my body. I was meant to die from the illness, but I managed to change that destiny. It's the works of martial arts. And basically, Kenichi saying martial arts changes destiny. That's amazing. That day I decided to dedicate my body and soul to martial arts. And he's like, feelings, personal beliefs, Shirahama, you're using martial arts like a tool. And then Kenichi brings up, well, you're using it to kill people. For blood and shit. For bloodshed. And he's like, we'll decide whose is right. Well, it might have been that Satomi learning martial arts. I'm not doubting that. Him learning martial arts saved his life. That's true. That's true shit. But at the end of the day, I look at it this. You're on the wrong side of the fence, bub. And tell me what you guys think, but I personally think he's on the wrong side of the fence. He's on the wrong side of the fence. Because if you're with Yomi, and you're, if you're with them, and maybe it is Hongo who his master is, and he's just fighting Kenichi because he wants to fight him, that's understandable. But the end, I say it because it needs to be said. Kenichi's doing it to save people. What are you doing it for? To fight Kenichi? For martial arts? Then how come does it seem like it's not the right way? At least that's what I feel. I don't disregard what Satomi said to Kenichi. That's true shit. But I have to look at it this very, just right there. You're fighting for Yomi. You're fighting for people who want to destroy the world. So, but it was true shit in this chapter, what Satomi was saying. And basically saying to him that he's using it like a tool, and then Kenichi saying, no, martial arts was created to protect our loved ones and our beliefs. That's why your way of thinking is what's lowering martial arts to the level of simple bloodshed. Our fist will decide, when he's closing his eyes, he can't sense where he is, can't sense where Satomi is by closing his eyes, Kenichi. He's Migetsu no Mai. And then we have Miyu fighting the shinobi bitches. And then she brings out Miyu, one of the Furinji techniques. And that, brings to that. And we see that he's giving to Satomi, and Satomi says, you changed the trajectory. Not bad. And he's like, correct. And then we have this other part where Miyu almost gets bombarded. And apparently the shinobi chicks, they release their do ki. And that's when Satomi realizes that Nejima is escaping, and he's like, saying wait, and then Kenichi says, I won't let you, and he punches him, and this in turn showing Miyu as releases her doki, and she punches the shinobi's bitches, and they're side by side, Miyu and Kenichi. And then we have doki release, and Ryosei Sekuin second, which I believe is the move that Kenichi did. And he's like, and then Kenichi at the end is saying, I see, indeed, it seems that we think differently. So that's pretty much what happened in that regard. Overall, like I said my things about Satomi because, you're fighting for Yomi, man. I understand. I don't discredit what he did, what martial arts has done for him, and I can understand him following that way. But when this is all over, you can't be with these people. That's what I'm saying. I think that's what tarnishes. This is just my thoughts. That's what tarnishes Satomi, being with the weapons team. That was a big mistake. Being with the weapons team, being with Saiga, I think that was a mistake. And I like the fact that if Hongo, and this is only if Hongo is Satomi's master, true shit. Especially that way. Because then we have, Kenichi says that. And the next page, we have Nejima trying to get out of there. He's like, I'll send the virus into the weapon system. And he sees Saiga. Saiga's like, would you hand me that virus? He's like, I don't think it's that. Not even that. I think you're wrong. He's like, He just dumps all his shirt. He unclothes himself. All the tools are on the floor. And Saiga's like, I heard that you're tougher than you look, and I guess I'll have to kill you. I'm like, holy shit, boom! And Saiga says, indeed, and we just see this guy. It's Hongo. Hongo just gets I don't know, I think it's like a chop in, and he like stops him. He stops Saiga. And then we have next page. He says, I knew you'd rebel against us, Hongo. And then it says, next, Saiga, Furinji, and Hongo clash. A must see. I was like, whoa. Now, this is only if, and I'm looking at this Hongo as he's standing there, and I suppose I can see him being Satomi's master, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Satomi is Hongo's disciple. But I just have a feeling it is. But hey, tell me what you guys says in the comment section below about this. Next week's gonna be epic as fuck. You know, just insane. So we can see now only people who want to see this go down, the Sunset Plan, are the weapons team, Kusanada, and Saiga. That's it. That's it. No one else wants to see this go down because of how the weapons team goes about things. And it should be interesting to see how this concludes. I'm guessing what's going to happen is Hongo's going to fight Saiga. That's going to be epic as all shit. And after that, I'm guessing he's going to get Nejima up to where the control center is, and they're going to stop the missiles. Damn, that was fucking epic. I can't believe it's going to be Hongo and Saiga. It's going to be awesome. It's in the air, people. I sense badass fights. I sense a badass fight. I have a crystal ball. I sense Hongo and Saiga. Oh shit. Oh shit. Overall, I'm gonna give this a 4.5 out of 5. Like I said, I thought, the whole thing with Satomi and Kenichi, I thought that was done pretty good. And this next week's setup is gonna be massive. Massive. Just freaking massive. If this goes down. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be fucking epic. That's all hell. I got nothing else to add. I'm Bonkai922. I will see you guys later. Got a few more videos to do. Yeah, I reviewed Fairy Tail. Yes. There are great chapters to come out. A Fairy Tail, I'm going to review them. Simple as that. I'll see you guys later. Peace.